Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. It's good to have you here. On my channel I post content about beauty, about lifestyle, DIY content basically. But on today's video I'm going to be talking about something entirely different. This is more like an FAQ, frequently asked questions, where people ask me how I started acting investments in the world, how acting investments in the world have been so far, and how I was able to cope up with acting and schooling at the same time. So on today's video, I'm going to be answering all those questions. So if you're interested, sit back, hold back, let's get into this video. So now that we are here, let's get right into the video. So I'm gonna start with how I found out about best friends in the world. Okay, I actually saw it on my brother's phone. I actually saw series 6, episode 6 on my brother's phone. Okay, it was pretty much interesting until I found out it was episode 6. So I had to use my phone and I started streaming from episode 1 down because it was really interesting. And you know, at the end of each episode they used to showcase the cast names, the cast and the crew. So I went to Instagram and I went and followed Neptune 3 Studios, and I realized that they were actually on break. So I held on. I kept on checking their platforms for you know, maybe a casting call or something. So it was around March 2018 that they did a casting call, you know, a call for actors, people that want to act, people that want to feature in best friends in the world. So they asked us to we should send our names, monologue, headshots, you know, basic informations like that to their Gmail, neptune3studios@gmail.com. So I did that. Okay, at first I was actually new to all of this. Like, I wasn't really good at acting. Okay, at first I knew almost nothing about acting. Like, I was it's funny, like I didn't, for real, like I didn't know. So I asked him, I sent a message to them relating to the casting call. I actually want to know more about what the monologue is going to look like. So I was so happy. They texted me back. They said, "Hello Nsikan, you are to come up with a monologue that suits the character you're auditioning for. Once recorded, send it alongside a professional photograph, as well as basic information as your name, age, current location, etc." Okay, so all right. So the next day I did a video, and then I did a monologue, and then I sent it to them. And somehow I wasn't thinking that I was going to be successful, because one, I don't know, but I wasn't thinking so. Like, I just cleared up my mind. So one evening when I was in the chapel, that was on the 16th of March, I was just sitting down. I was just on my phone, fiddling my phone, and then I saw a Gmail. "Congratulations, your audition was successful and you are currently considered for the role you auditioned for, or for the one producers may find suitable." Oh my god, I was like, wait, what? What's going on? Like, is that me? I was so happy. I was really happy. Then they told us what we should do. A particular place where we're supposed to meet for the orientation and everything. So that question is answered now. How I started acting in best friends in the world, it was through audition. Okay, I was online audition. I just sent my monologues to them, and yeah. So that question is answered now. Okay, the next question was how I was able to balance school and, is that the next question? Yeah, that's the next question. I was able to balance school and acting. Actually, if you guys notice, I wasn't really featured in Best Friends in the World. Just episode 7, episode 15, and episode 25. That's when I was really featured. The rest of the episode, I was just like an extra, you know, behind the camera, not really in front of the camera, you get. So that's just how it was. and it really didn't take much of my time in school. When you get to school, it didn't really take much of my time, so I wasn't it wasn't that hard for me. Though my school was a bit too far from the location, it wasn't really something hectic for me. Okay, yeah. So that question is answered. um I was able to, and then most of the times I was called for shooting was was night shoots. Like we had evening shoots, like shots in the evening. So I'm definitely done with my classes, and that's evening time. I mean, it's maybe some time to hang out or thereabouts. So that's just it. So it wasn't really tough for me. So the first episode that I featured, it was in episode 7, and oh my god, I don't know how to say this, but it was a bit tough for me because I knew almost nothing about acting. Almost nothing, believe me. Like, I knew almost nothing about acting, but I told myself that I wanted to do this because I felt like I should, stuff like that. I don't really get me. So yeah, that's just it. And the first scene was at the supermarket where Mimi, Grace, and I were talking about Olive being Grace's new school mother and other stuff like that, and how Udak George was having a party, Bombi at GC, thereabout. So 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 yeah. So you guys can see, okay, a lot of people used to ask me if I was shy because I was on my phone. Okay, now let me answer that question. I was shy though. At first I was, like, I mean, something I've not done before. I used to be a shy person until part of it is, so a lot of people used to ask me if I was shy, why was I looking on my phone, what I was going through my script. Okay, actually the answer is no. I wasn't looking at the script. The truth is, the script said I should be on my phone. Okay, I was just on my phone, and so that's what the script said I should do. So that's what the script said. The script said I should be on my phone. Basically, so that's why. So that's why I've been on my phone. Or that's why I was on my phone almost throughout that scene. You get. So now I've answered that one question. Thank God. So yeah, the next scene that I featured, it was the party scene, the Udrak George party scene where she threw a party. Yeah. That was the next scene, and that was the next scene. It was still in the night. The party scene was still in the night, but I didn't really have a lot to do or say there. It's just I didn't really have a lot to do or say there. It was just encouraging our friend Grace to beat up Akan George because of what he did, stuff like that. So that was basically it. That was just it. So the next episode that I featured in was episode 15, where we had the angels competition. Yeah, the competition that was going on. David wanted to be Olive's partner, and Grace was jealous, wanted to be David's partner. Yeah, that episode. So it was that episode that Grace was like telling us that she didn't know that Olive was a pretender, and I was like, whoa, are you just realizing that? Because, man, okay, on the scripts, I don't like Olive. A lot of people used to ask me that question. It's just scripts, okay? Olive is a very nice person in real life. She's Olive, Jael, all of them. So it's just the scripts. It's just how we are asked to act, okay? There is nothing like hatred among us. So, okay, I hope that part is clear now, because, yeah, it should be. So, that episode it wasn't that tough for me. I was a bit lightened up in that episode. It wasn't like episode 7 where I was so down and stuff like that. So yeah. So that's it. The next episode I featured in was episode 25. That's the last episode before we go into the senior year. That's the last episode, and I did I did a bit much better than I did in those other 2 episodes. Like, I believe I did, I don't know. But I believe I did a little bit better than I did in the rest of the other episode. I didn't really feature because, you know, our best friend, because our best friend Grace was no longer left. Okay, our best friend Grace was no longer in the picture, so she traveled out. So featuring us was a bit too, you know, trickish for the writer to put us back into the gaming. Yeah, so that's basically it. And so it was really something for me. That last episode was like okay, that last episode was when we were at the cosmetic shop with Victory Gladstone, with Victory Gladstone, David and Hannah, where we kind of like mocked David for going on a date with Hannah. Like, how the heck? So that was just, it's just acting, though. It's just acting. Anyways, this takes me to another question of when senior year is going to start. Like, I've really had enough of this question. I mean, if it's me that's receiving all these questions, how about Neptune 3 Studios? Because it's weird. Like, announcements almost every time, and then people are still asking. Okay, fine. I don't care if you're asking and if you're still going to ask, but I'm going to answer this question. I'll advise you follow Neptune 3 Studios on Instagram and N3S Best Friends in the World on Instagram too. Then they also have a page on Facebook and Twitter, TikTok too. So whenever they come up with an announcement about senior year, it's definitely going to be posted on their pages. If you're also following cast of Best Friends in the World, they are definitely going to share it to their stories. I will definitely share it on my story. So Best Friends in the World senior year, I've not started yet. It's about to start. We'll definitely let you know. Neptune 3 Studios are going to announce it. We all are going to hear about it, okay? So please don't fall a victim of someone said that it was going to start, we should pay an amount of money that no, don't fall that victim. Okay, so I think I've answered that question. Yeah, that question I've answered now. So which other question? How has acting in Best Friends in the World been so far? Wow, acting in Best Friends in the World has been great, really amazing. The cast and the crew of Best Friends in the World they're amazing. Everybody are generally amazing, and I'm so happy to be part of the production. I'm so happy to be a cast of Best Friends in the World. I'm so happy to work with talented people like our director and our scriptwriter. So when I say talented people, they are really talented. They don't know it. People don't know it. So I think that's all for this video. I don't want this video to be so lengthy. I just wanted to answer these few 3-4 questions so my DM can be a bit rest. So now I'm going to have an answer to your question. Anytime you ask me of these questions, I'm just going to refer you down to this video because the strength is less. Okay, the strength is really less. So thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as I'll be sharing with you all tips and tricks that's going to help in your everyday lifestyle, fashion, beauty activities. I have some couple of videos on my playlist, so you could go check it out. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you watched up to this point, please go ahead to comment ponytail. Just go ahead to comment ponytail and let me know it's real. So till next week, don't forget to stay blessed and safe. I love you all. Thank you.